challenges in this way that everything really is figureoutable, it all starts to change. And I want you to make a promise to yourself right now that from this day forward, you won't waste one more minute of one more day saying to yourself, I don't know how to do that. Or I don't know if I have what it takes to be that.
Nothing in life is that complicated. If you just roll up your sleeves, you get in there and you do it. Everything is figureoutable.
本日のゲストはアメリカの起業家、ダンサー、ライフコーチ、筆者のマリー・フォレオ氏です。昨年発売された彼女の初の著書、Everything Is Figureoutable すべては解決可能はニューヨークタイムズ紙のベストセラーリストで1位を取りました。この動画では、とあるマリー氏のインタビューを元にして、このすべては解決可能というコンセプトを説明したいと思います。そしてあなたが実際に取り組めるレッスンを3つ紹介します。どうぞお楽しみください。
So one of my mom's most prized possessions ever was this tiny little AM/FM transistor radio that she got from Tropicana orange juice for free. I come home from school and I hear the radio playing off in the distance. And as I got closer to the house, the radio was playing up from above, which was a strange orientation. And I look up and I see my mom perched precariously on the roof of our 2-story house. And I was like, Mom, what are you doing up there? Are you okay? Her little orange is sitting next to her. And she said, Ree, I'm fine. The roof had a leak. I called the roofer. He said it was going to be at least $500. I said, screw that. I'm going to do it myself.
That's so awesome.
Right? So another time I come home from school and I approach the house and I hear the radio playing from the back. And I followed the sound. Turns out my mom's in the bathroom. I push open the door. Dust particles are filling the air. There's like pipes coming out of the wall. It looked like an explosion went off. And I was like, Mom, are you okay? What the hell happened? And she said, Ree, I'm fine. The tiles had some cracks in it. I didn't want everything to get moldy, so I'm retiling the bathroom.
Amazing.
Now, Ed, you got to get, my mom is high school educated, and this is the 80s. So this is a pre-internet, pre-YouTube, pre-Google world.
Can't Google how to do it.
Exactly.
Right.
So I never knew what I'd find her doing, but I knew if I listened for that radio, I'd find her.
So awesome.
So one day I come home and it's like a fall day in New Jersey, so it was dark out, it was already creepy. And I approach my house and it's completely silent, no lights on. And I'm like, where's my mom? Where's the sound of the radio? All of a sudden I hear these clicks and clacks and it was coming out of the kitchen. And I go into the kitchen and I see my mom like hunched over the kitchen table, which looked like an operating room. And I said, Mom, are you okay? What's going on? She had basically electrical tape and screwdrivers and a completely dismantled Tropicana orange radio.
Oh.
And I was like, what happened? This is your favorite thing. She's like, Ree, no big deal. I'm fine. You know, the antenna's a little broke. The tuner dial was off, so I'm fixing it. And I stood there, Ed, watching her work her magic like I've always done. And I finally asked the question I should have always asked, which was this. Hey, Mom, how do you know how to do so many different things that you've never done before, but nobody's showing you how to do it? She put down her screwdriver and she said, Ree, what are you talking about? Nothing in life is that complicated. If you just roll up your sleeves, you get in there and you do it. Everything is figureoutable. And I was like, you know, like as a kid when you hear something that just washes over you and you're so moved.
Your mom obviously did it over and over just in these 3 stories is you have to start before you're ready.
Yes.
And it's a huge thing. The people that I know, and I want you to speak to it, the people that I know that are successful have a lower threshold in their mind of what they think they have to know before they begin. And many people, it's a blind spot. You have this thing that you think you have to have a certain amount of preparation or knowledge. And the people I know that win, they will step into rooms, into spaces that they are ill prepared for, and they figure it out, to quote you, when they get there. So speak to that a little bit, because it's so true.
Absolutely. I think one of the biggest ways that all of us can hold ourselves back is listening to that nasty little lie inside our head that says, I'm not ready yet. I don't have enough experience. I don't have enough credentials. Who am I to do X, Y, or Z? And then we just delay. And before you know it, months, if not years have gone by and we haven't made any real progress.
It's part of the book, everybody, because This is a major thing many of you have.
Yeah, perfectionism.
Perfectionism is a huge thing. Yep.
Yeah, I think, so many of us, we want to do our best. So we have high standards, and all of those things are wonderful. But there is a distinction between having high standards and performing at your best and suffering from perfectionism, which in the extreme can actually be deadly. But the thing that's helped me the most and what we focus on in the book is this idea of focusing on progress, not perfection. When that's your metric for success, did I learn something today? Did I make an inch of progress, even if it doesn't look like progress? So there's actually a great graph in the book.
Yes.
I'll see if I can describe it here.
I love this.
So people imagine that progress kind of looks like this. You start out here and you're just new at something, and then you inch up and 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 inch up, and it's almost like this straight line to get to your goal. When in reality, progress kind of looks like this. You start here as a neophyte, and then you maybe inch up, and then you take 5 steps back, and then you go way down, and then you swirl around, and you go up and down, and it's just this incredibly squiggly line where there are setbacks.
Yes.
You absolutely feel like maybe you've taken 10 steps back, but that's still progress.
So true.
So when we're focusing on progress, not perfection, it's a really great way to keep your action in perspective and to keep moving forward, because perfectionism really just keeps...
さあどうでしたか？あなたは自分の夢につながる行動を準備不足や経験不足などを理由に後回ししてませんか？自分自身のハードルを高めていませんか？一定のゴールを持つのも大事ですが、このビデオを機会に常なる進化、プログレスを追求して、とにかくやってみちゃおうなんていかがでしょうか？私はあなたが成功すること、幸せになることを信じています。そしてこのチャンネルマインドセットコーチでは、世界中の著名人が実行する幸せ、成功、健康につながるコツを日本語で紹介しています。このチャンネルの知識を使って、ぜひ自ら人生を豊かにしてください。それでは、さようなら。